How are all of you beautiful people doing today? Let me know in the comments down below how your day has been so far. And what do you guys think of patch 5.4 so far? I have not touched Monk in a while because I knew they were going to rework it. So I know that we don't have like Grease Lightning anymore or something. I didn't read the full patch notes, or well, I didn't pay too much attention to it. I just know that they didn't touch Summoner again, which is good because the last thing they did was nerf me, so I don't want that to happen again. But yeah, welcome to part 56 of Shadowbringers with 5.4 Futures Rewritten. Hey Grahatia. We're gonna talk here to Kyle. Alice's quest. Whoop, I gotta make that shit bigger. I just can't read it on console, dude. Kryle's eyes light up at the sight of you. Oh, greetings, Shosov. Come to look in on our friends. I thought it said dear friends. Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them and have satisfied myself that they are in fine health. I increased the text size and I still can't read it, by the way. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we? Been a while since I got to do that.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
I dropped my controller.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I have a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Zenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows, in light of which possibility I shall accompany thee on thy mission. Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Cute. You may go stealth while I hide in our new bro cave.
There's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Making bullets for you, dear. Hey!
Welcome back, everyone.
Lise!
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's been a minute. What with all that Alamigo stuff she's had to do.
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over? That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
I think I'm gonna move the text over a little bit because of my webcam, by the way.
The famous Lise Hext, former Scion and hero of the Alamigan resistance.
What you thinking about, Graha?
I don't believe we've met. Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatia at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Best boy.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
In case any of you guys forgot. Best boy. Best boy.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
Well, you see. Yeah, I haven't had much time to do a lot of the side content, sadly, so, like Gaia, for instance, I don't know how important it's gonna be. She's going to be.
Just to be
Same with the Ruby weapons, and, well, Ruby Weapon and the other ones.
For another calamity, does it?
I want to do them, I just don't have time.
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so,
I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
But tell us, Lys, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne. The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I mean, I already forgot if she was actually saying anything. Is it about the, I forget his name off the top of my head, but the little kobold? Is she maybe going to be able to fix him like she was able to fix Halric?
I want to find a way to cure the tempered.
That might work. She might know how to, that might work.
You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you use to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
Hell yeah, that'd be dope if it worked. That'd be really cool. Full circle.
A cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this
Consider yourself uninvited? What?
I'll do my best.
There's a better way to phrase that,
I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
I like stuffy meetings. Dude, I kind of want to say this because Shosov's Seeker of Knowledge and all that stuff, right? As, you know, a lot of you guys, if you were actually getting the notification about this video now. I want to hear what the hell she has to say. I like stuffy meetings.
Rest assured, there'll be many, many more. Go on, lend Alizé a hand.
Okay.
I'll come too, if you don't
Look
mind.
at him, he's like, I gotta go with the Warrior of Light. I got to. Can I come too, Dad? Like, can I come too, big bro?
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
Mom said it's my turn to hang out with the Warrior of Light. Jesus, I love Grahatia. That's kind of what he does sometimes.
No.
I don't mean that in a
That's
bad
not-
way.
I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
I wanted to say and to you, but I just woke up. Well, not just woke up. I guess I got up at 4 at 6:42, but I only got to like sit down and be done with early morning routine about 30 minutes ago. Oh, great. Now I have to read. when I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind. Yeah, that's his name. And having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I'm convinced that the same must be true of this tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. And though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alice, and it warrants full investigation. I'm just still kind of really reeling. I know it was months ago now, but Gratia's a Scion. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Bekluk would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and it's hard to read, and with my old man eyes, and the combined work of the many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Alligans took a more than passing interest in the subject. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, it would surely be at the Ithaca-Miracle Research Facility. I thought the last time I was going to have to go here was for was for the relic farm I was doing in 5.3, or well 5.35, where they experimented on primals and their worshippers. Yes, good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Azisla, which means we'll be needing an airship. An airship, you say? I can't do these voices. Meet me at the northern bank of Lake Silvertear. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel. Oh, okay. What do we get our own personal? Besides the mana cutter, but I don't remember if the mana cutter got totally destroyed. My recollection of, there's a lot to this game, so my recollection of some stuff is like, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I gotta go find them. Oh yeah, and I changed the theme to classic because it looks so good. It's not even a nostalgia thing. I just think it looked. Oh, I went to the. Wait, no. I'm going the right way. But I just went to the wrong thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but I finally got everything to level 80 because I got an Amaro now. Makes me happy. I have every relic. The only ones I have at like 500 or whatever that are of the glowy. I have some Summoner, Astrologian, Dark Knight, and I'm pretty close to getting Dragoons because I fell in love with Dragoon. It's beautiful. I give you the Bonanza, the Scions' very own airship. I built her as a company project with help from our friends at the Rising Stones, and named her for luck and prosperity. Cute. Tataru, this is amazing. We're able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the Scion's fabled coin keeper. I'd also introduced myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. But that's alright, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead. And don't worry about me, I can't read with my old man eyes. Every time I hear this, it makes me think of that call J.J. Wentworth, 877 cash now, or whatever. The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters, by the way. Feel free to use them to get around as you slide. But enough talk. It's time to fly. All aboard! Thank you, Tataru. I do, quite like Tataru. It's almost like this game has probably the most robust cast in the franchise, to me. Or for me, I should say. Because Final Fantasy usually has a pretty strong general cast, right? Main and side cast, right? I feel like it's not fair, though, as this is an MMO, and it can introduce more characters, right? But damn, are they good. Damn, do I love them. Oh god. Honestly, Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Tataru has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are on Azisla, and Alfino's report did not do the scale of this place justice. Well, I'll say, I could always tell you of my side ventures, like farming fates. Takes a while to get around. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Graha, what's up, buddy? The wisdom of Alag. Gratia surveys his surroundings with an expectant glint in his eye. This appears to be the helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant, and... Yes, I believe I have my bearings. Though this is my first time on Azisla, I do have some familiarity with the place thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I am mistaken, this path leads to an aetheryte, beyond which there will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. Feels good! I love this game. Oh yeah, and I got this thing from the Bosch and Southern Front, by the way. This is one of my favorite mounts. It makes me think of Starscream. Makes me want to fly around and just be like, you won't be able to stop me, Lord Megatron! And here's the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Be voiced. I like acting this stuff out, but it's so hard to read it. I can just listen to them normally, you know? This is definitely not voiced. There we are. Iconic corruption and overview. That sounds promising. Indeed. Let us see what this report has to say. Let me just touch this computer. Confound it. The contents appear to have been deleted. What? No. Isn't there something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid. But it may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is, where to look? It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. Is it likely that he kept a copy? I would say that it is a distinct possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he will have had quarters on the Habitsphere. We can ascertain the details at the Habitsphere control. Let us return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the Mana Cutters. We will need them to reach our destination. I forgot, you already have a suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship then. We'll see you at the Habitsphere. And I don't want to, like, mega death squint at this stuff. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this node will be able to tell us its number. Look how green it is. I love it. Looks like the little way it moved. There. From what I recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of... Warning. An evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the Habitsphere is not permitted at this time. Foiled again. In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the 4th Umbral Calamity, and I doubt it will be lifted in the near future. Energy level critical. Returning to base for recharging. Well, surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example? Ere we resort to that, I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart, releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form at points of stagnant ether throughout the continent. You seem to recall? Are you honestly telling me that that was in the records too? I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning-affected ether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. A minor detail, I grant you. But in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much elegant knowledge. Besides, my studies helped me to feel connected to the source, to home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, 'tis more exhilarating than I can well express. Ah, I'm glad that you're happy. Now then, the lightning shot. If I may, I suggest we split up and search the beta quadrant. Oh, but beware of sprites. They are wont to manifest where the ether is stagnant. Now you're just showing off, which makes me think we should make a contest of this. The first to return here with a shard wins. What do you say? It's just what she does, Graha. Get used to it. Very well. It would be my honor to come third. What? Does he just think he's not gonna do as good? He's like, it'd be my honor to come in last place. Is that, I might have misunderstood that. Me and my overthinking. Alright, let me go find the damn shards. As he suddenly has level 80 stuff. What the fuck? I'm gonna summon Muhammad. You think I give a shit? I just want to see my boy. I definitely didn't mean to hit that enemy. My bad. Get out of here. Get away from me. Give me that. Hey, Bahamut, you are very glowy down here. Holy shit. Bahamut was extra glowy down there. Why is there a cutscene for this? Oh no. Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. Is this Fandaniel? I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations. The lightning shard is yours. What? What? No dramatic entrance? You've changed. Okay, it was Grahatia being fucking weird. What a weirdo. Ugh, you remember that. In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet an honest-to-God's hero, after all. Unless that was, I guess maybe that was something from the old quests, but again, I don't remember those. I just have done them. Well, the contest continues, so you'd better hurry back. But one last thing. Thank you, Shosov, for bringing me here. You're welcome. Thank you for everything you've done. It is the least I can do, best boy! Oh my goodness, let me help! I didn't get to help much, but Ifrit, get out of here. Oh my god, I love the crazy old school Final Fantasy stuff I was able to turn on, dude. By the way, I'm definitely going the wrong way, but scree! Praise him! Oh god, too many people, too many things. Graha, where are you? It appears Alice had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shot? Oh, look at that blue-ass menu. Look at that stuff I need to get rid of from my inventory still, or my key inventory. What is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? Decades of fetch quest experience. That is a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could both learn a great deal from Shosov, and not only about the secrets of adventuring, but come, we should attend to our mission. Our. Voiced this time, because it's end of quest cutscene? Maybe. Let me hear Grahatia's beautiful voice. Damn you! Excellent. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access. Sorry for a weird edit. I ate breakfast before this and it made me belch. We now have access to the Habitsphere. Only one obstacle remains, the security systems within. Should they be triggered, they would make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I'm right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Okay, that should work. Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes, but if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise us that you'll get out at the first sign of trouble. I promise. Wish me luck. We're gonna play Grahatia in a solo instance, are we? We should totally do that at some point, though. Hopefully, that'd be cool. I really like those. Obviously, it's a very story, like, roleplay thing, but it's fucking great. Well, nothing for it, but... Nothing for it? What? Did I really say nothing for it? Well, nothing for it but to sit tight. Okay. Do you want to talk about anything? No? You're just gonna walk away? I mean, I guess I can go over there too. Where are you going? What you doing? It's so hard to keep up a conversation these days. Damn, Alice. Oh, is this one voiced? We just chilling? It's totally voiced. It's not? Wow. It looked voiced. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption and overview sounds like a studium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alphino's was more philosophical, of course. Political, I dare say it. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Sharlayan's knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on this star, in direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the forum, our father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alphino was utterly convinced of his views, and would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw things differently, by which I mean the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, he's since learned to be a little more open-minded, but deep down he still holds fast to that one belief, and I admire him for that. Or for it, I think. Well, I admire and love both of you! I should have liked to meet the young Alphino. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Allegan civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the studium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the Student of Baldesion convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I considered it no more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Good gods, an Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved. But enough about that. Is this the fruit of your labor? Foray? Yes. Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it would be stored in this device. Shall we find out? Hello, glowy boy. Initializing. Scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as guest, please complete biometric I can't say it all of a sudden. Biometric authentication. Yeah, this one's up to you, Graha. Verifying. Authentication complete. Guest identified as member of the royal family. I am at your most humble service, Your Highness. It never ceases to amuse me. It is but a pity the effect will not last forever. Doga and Une said as much when they granted me this gift, but until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. Searching. One item found. Iconic corruption in overview. The report is locked by the author. Please state password. Well, go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice node the password. Password. Come on. You've probably got this. Right, let's see. Glory be to Alleg. Alleg. Long live Emperor Zande. The name sounds familiar. Password incorrect. Please, try again. Confound it! Come now, passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance... What? What is happening? Password... Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that she's correct and this dude fucking made his password. The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. What did that thing just call me? Wild Rose or Courage? I am a fan of Final Fantasy II. Wild Rose. Password incorrect. Again, be warned that any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. Now, let's not be too hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it is them. Actually, that's a good point. Haven't seen Sid in a while either. Come, let us bear the node back to the Rising Stones. Dum bum bum bum. I'll take some of this food. Da 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 da. Oh god, who do I gotta talk to? You're disappearing. Graha! Reviving the legacy. Grahatia seems eager to bear the node away. Are we gonna get a new Sid voice? Because that'd be funny. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambros did send word to the Ironworks, almost said Homeworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext, however much I might look forward to seeing him again. Him and everyone. But come, let us be on our way. Yeah, I'm happy to see them too, and I say that both as a player and character. I can't believe that I always say you had the fucking gall to be like, password to this ancient Allegan node. Look at him all but running. How sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? Yeah, I'll meet you there. Or beat you there. This game is very fun, by the way. I don't know if you guys have noticed that I like it a lot. Wonderful news shows up. Tataru contacted Sid on our behalf, and he's on his way here, even as we speak. While we wait, I should like very much to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Cryo? B-voice, let me take a break from having to squint. Damn it. As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how best to respond to recent events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our Doman allies, the War of Succession rages on, and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern to us is the Third, a legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears they have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Well, that's not good. Brutus. Aren't they ones who took in Yotsuyu and Asahi? This bodes well. Zenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such a time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict. And so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlet, they had decided to return their attention to the Primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions among the Beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to pull their respective houses in order. To put their respective houses in order ahead of the decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Luminsons, in particular, struggle in their efforts, and Alphino and Ishtola have been called upon to aid them. Ooh, but my mic. So long as we are dealing with the Tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. But if we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed. And on that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's Respite? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives. Is Sid gonna have a new voice? That'd be kinda neat, especially after, oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. Well, I went the wrong way. Sid. Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. I don't know what he's supposed to sound like. Oh, I would have been, had you not fulfilled your promise. I still struggle with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something. What is it? It's so good. Well, a treatment for tempering. And for the next step, you need to find the password to this Allegan's report. Just so. With nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever, and still not guess correctly, and thus we turn to you. Well, I'd love to say that we could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, a Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambros. It contains an Allegan dictionary. Ah yes, have nothing. Good timing. Or good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set it to work right away. Oh god. No caffeine this morning, so... Not waking up yet. Not yet. It's been 2 hours, haven't woke up yet. Or it's been 3 hours about. Looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom. Huh, short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? I would, milady. It's so cool that he's a main character now. Node. Open the report entitled Iconic Corruption in Overview. Password Freedom. Password accepted. Opening report. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether of their soul. Of the soul, I think it said, actually. Said ether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. My brother! But when a subject is exposed to the ether of an icon, this changes. their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. Oh hey, Sephiroth! Say my name! Sorry, that song's really good. By way of an example, exposure to the ether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause the subject's ether to become aligned with the element of earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics, as well as preternatural, I can't say that word in my brain won't say it, preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. Oh. If they explained any of this stuff before, like what those things were in the Sephiroth fight and all that stuff, I did not know, or did not remember, I should say. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to elemental alignment. However, further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged, or stagnant, during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner do the corrupted become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Pounce. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at a great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell victim to corruption, and, in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Amon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision, and for my impertinence, I have been stripped of rank and title, and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I record it in the hope that one day, someone will undertake to do that which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. End recording. That's rough, dude. That sucks. So not even the Alligans were able to find a cure, or rather were not given the chance to do so. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. More importantly, this confirms that stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True. Yet, were we simply to reanimate the atempered soul, I fear it would do naught to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the Primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever remaining its thrall. If we could only make them remember who they were. But of course, memory transference! The process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. Full circle. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation, that is, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see. The theory seems sound, and our experience treating the light corrupted would help us to identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident you can adapt memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did, you're right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism, and I concede that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure. Then perhaps it's better that we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. Confident. You see, nodes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magics, which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct years' worth of tests within the space of a few days. In theory. It would be no different than how we identified the password. But it'll take more calculating power. A lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep it from prying eyes, of course. Why else? Egads! Wait. A password that could be guessed by anyone with leisure and a dictionary wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. No, he wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective. I believe their motto was freedom through technology, or some such. You two, round up as many Metatech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief! Tataru's like, yeah, motherfucker! You can't tell me Tataru wouldn't totally say motherfucker. Things are about to get very busy. Lucky we have you to help, eh? I love Sid's design, right? But I have some PTSD over how he used to sound and acted a little bit. Right. While Grahati and I configure the terminals, I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Namely, ceruleum to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better. Leave the ice shards to me. If I round up some adventurers and go on, I'll round up some adventurers and go on a gathering spree. You guys, I craft, I have, okay. In that case, I'll trust Shosov and Adise with the ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Alright, Sid, thank you. Take them to the Sky Steel manufacturer in Ishgard and ceruleum processing plant in Thanalan. The people there will give you what you need. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to Thanalan. Okay, sure, yeah, I will go. There was definitely some stuff that I remember in the patch notes or whatever, pictures of the Vanu Vanu in Ishgard, so we'll see if anything weird starts happening when I get there. Sure wouldn't be unusual. Everywhere I go, weird shit happens. Welcome back, Master Shosov. How may I serve you this day? I have this note. I need some ceruleum. So you are after ceruleum. In that case, please present the note to our engineer at the airship landing. He shall be glad to assist you. Why? Ceruleum? You've come to the right man. Fair warning, though. The price is shot up on account of the uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you've got the coin. Oh yeah? Well, I've got a note. Well, now, a promissory note from the Ironworks. Don't see many of these. Not that it's a problem, it's as good as gold to me. I just like the way he said it. So we're in Ishgard and there were Vanu Vanu. Oh, this is totally voiced, right? We're gonna hear a silky smooth Ellison boy. One of the other best boys. There he is! There's one of the best boys! Emmerich's got like one of the best voices too. It's somehow deep but like soothing.
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places.
Dude, did you hear his voice actor go in on that line? What good fortune! That was great. Hey, Emmerich.
As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
Hi!
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find. I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards.
Look, if you really want to find Estinian, just like punch me in the mouth and he will come, okay?
But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
In an attempt to figure out how to fix the problem of icon possession and stuff and...
You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed.
Bruh, Emmerich's voice actor's going in right now. He's super excited. I love it.
Very well.
Not like the acting's been bad or anything. It's just, you know, he's like really excited.
And an airship with which to transport it. In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
Thank you. Again. I got a sleepy boy over here. Sleepy Shameless. Thank you. We'll be safe. It's when it just shows his lady friend whose name escapes me right now. I'm bad with names. She's like, why didn't you tell him? And there's like some fucked up shit going on. I doubt it. It would be, yeah. I was like, nothing too bad is happening yet. The Fandaniel stuff is like, we'll see when it comes back up. I'm concerned that La Habrea is totally on the cover of the 5.4 thing, dude. Damn, look at their fucking, look at this gaming PC they're making. It's gonna run everything at 8K. That's me as a, whenever I have like a nice PC instead of the one I currently have, like, which is mostly just a pretty good laptop. It's a really good laptop. And I'm just like, I just want to play Final Fantasy XIV in 8K. Wow, look at these low-res textures in 8K. They look even better. Now, obviously I would play cool stuff with it too, but yeah, some people do that, and they can do what they want, you know? I'm not complaining. You alright? Stretch.
Oh, who would have thought cerulean weighed so much? Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Did she carry all this shit back? I mean, we're not that far away in comparison to Ishgard, you know. It's like right there, but...
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it.
Okay, so I think this is the first time we've heard Sid in a long time, right? 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 He sounded good. Obviously, it's not the same guy. There's no way. Something.
Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Some people have all the luck.
It actually fits too. It's pretty good. All right, I like it.
We've also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Is that who I think it is?
It's been a while, hero.
It is.
You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
No, of course you don't.
If you need to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Ask Jessie. She was the one who hired you. All I know is you're an employee of the Ironworks now, so you'll bloody well earn your keep.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel, not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Oh,
Whatever you say, Garland.
By the way, the healing applications of crystal foci proved very useful in getting us to where we are now. I must remember to thank Mikoto.
yeah.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin.
I think Sid's voice is great. I think it's great. That means he's probably been more important again, right? Like, don't get me wrong, he's always been important, but he's been kind of like in this heavy side stuff for a while, right? As far as I remember. Now, I think this is the first time we've heard him in a really long time. Don't think that he's had a voice since like a Realm Reborn and maybe early Heavensward.
We just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
Yeah, I guess I could use that. What about you, Alice? Say you're the one that is an idiot and carried the ceruleum all the way here. Okay, we're still going. Look at my thing just clipping through there. It's really distracting. Do not fall asleep on me. Oh no. What's happening?
It's overloading.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close. So very close.
Oh.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There.
Okay, maybe turn it off now. Oh.
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Damn, good for you, Graha. You barely had a chance to look at it. Dude, I'd love to just showed every character doing that, because my character totally does that too. Okay, cool. I'm glad they didn't have everybody in the room do it.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
Again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at.
I mean, he's right.
My friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
He felt so bad.
Well,
Grahati is best boy.
We've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Alright. We got this. Especially with Grahati on our side. Making things easy with all his big brain smarts and stuff. Well, that's all the time I have for this video, so I can try to get this one out on, day of, right? Because my internet sucks. It's good enough to play games, not good enough to upload. And not good enough to stream anymore. It used to be, kind of. Alright, well, that's all the time I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get notified if you haven't already, and check out some links that'll be popping up here in the end screen in just a moment. What do you guys think of 5.4? Let me know in the comments down below. Obviously, by the time this goes up, I'll have seen most of it, if not all of it, because, we record ahead of time. Down below, if you guys like more Final Fantasy content, there's the rest of the Shadowbringers playthrough down below, as well as Final Fantasy VIII, which I'm currently doing, and 7 Remake and Crystal Chronicles Remastered. Also, a link to my friend Renee's Twitter and Etsy shop. She's the one that's done some logo work on the channel before, like the Jump Back logo, and is working on some other stuff in the meantime. If you guys ever want to go support her, need some logo work done, go check her out. But that's all the time I have, like I said. Love you all, hope your dreams come true, and that you're staying safe with everything going on. See you guys next time. Peace out. I hit the fucking high five. Peace out, everyone.